Right now we're going to go over the difference between the Bissell Little Green machine and the Bissell Little Green Mini. Let's start with kind of your basic setup. So here we've got a clean water tank and a dirty water tank. Really the only difference here is that they're on the opposite sides. Now there is a difference in size of tank here. So the Bissell Little Green Mini, this small tank, can hold 16 ounces of water, while the Bissell Little Green machine, kind of the original version, holds 48 ounces of water. So it can hold 3 times as much clean water in solution, meaning you can clean much more. They're both filled exactly the same. You unscrew the cap, take out the cap with the straw that's included in it. You fill it up with water and cleaning solution. So here on the Bissell Little Green machine, it does have a fill line down here that you're going to fill it up with cleaning solution, then fill it up the rest of the way with your water. And you've got the same setup here on the Bissell Little Green Mini. So the cap here, again, you take it off. It does have the straw included. The only difference here is that this cap is just one piece, where on the Little Green Original it kind of comes apart. So that's nice. And then again, a fill line here, so you will fill it up with water there and then add your cleaning solution. So kind of a difference of order there. You fill it up with water first and then add your cleaning solution. Your dirty water tanks here, so they both have these little caps here that you just pull up on the cap. They both have these little rubber gaskets here. You just pull out the dirty water tanks here and then you dump them out. Now, one of the complaints that I've seen many times over on these is that you cannot take it apart and clean out the inside, and that seems to be true here on the Bissell Little Green Mini. Again, no way to remove that and clean that out. So again, when you are rinsing these out, you just have this port here at the top, the hole, that you will dump everything out of. Then again, you will fill that up with clean water, swish it around, and empty it out. So that's the only way to clean out these tanks. And then again, putting them back in the machine, you just pop them down in their slot. You push down the lid, the gasket on top kind of creates that airtight seal, and then your dirty water tanks are in place. Now let's look at the hoses here. So you see the hose wraps around the base of the machine. On the Little Green machine original, it wraps around the tank, and then it does have this little latch here, and that will release it. Then you can unwind it. On the Little Green Mini, it just has a little slot here that the hose connects into. And again, same kind of concept here, it unwraps. Now let's just kind of look at the length of the hose. So on the website, the Little Green machine says that the hose is 4.5 feet long. And then the Mini says it's only 4 feet long, and I'm not really seeing that difference here in hose length, maybe about a couple inches, but it's not a massive difference in hose length. So that's kind of a good thing. About the same length hose, not a big difference, but the Little Green Original does have a slightly longer hose. I wouldn't say it's quite 1/2 foot. I would say maybe a couple inches, 2 or 3 inches, but there is a little bit longer hose on the Little Green Original. Now, depending on the model that you get, the Bissell Little Green machine, it does come with different hose attachments. You'll have to excuse the dirty head on mine. I've had this machine for 5 years, and I've cleaned up so many stains with it. I actually cleaned up paint one time, and it stained the inside of my tool there, but it still works perfectly. So they are the same size hose and everything. Same concept here. You've got the pull trigger. It sprays out of a nozzle right here. Right? So same exact concept. You press the button on the top here and that removes the attachment. Now the nice thing is that the updated versions do come apart, so you can take this off and clean that out. That is one of the major complaints that I see online on the Little Green Original, is that you cannot take this plastic piece off. I mean, you can, but you will damage it, and then a lot of people can't get it back on. So cleanup is a lot nicer on the newer tools, and I believe the Little Green machine has updated that so the new tools are removable. Again, this is an original one that I've had for many years, and this piece is not removable. Now looking at them, just want to try here. Yeah, they would be interchangeable. So these tools work on either machine, so I kind of flopped them around there. Same kind of thing, push the button to remove them, and then swap them back. Now on the Little Green Mini, it does have a little bit larger tool here. So as you can see, it's about 1 inch bigger. So you got about a 4-inch cleaning tool here as compared to the original 3-inch cleaning tool. So a little bit larger surface area you can clean with that. Same bristles here on the bottom. And it could just kind of, again, depends on the tools that come with it. But it looks like 3 rows of scrubbers here, 2 rows here, just a little subtle difference there. Both of them come with the hose rinse or the hydro rinse tool. So after you're done cleaning, you will put this tool on, pull the trigger, and it just recycles water through the hose to clean out that dirt, dust, or debris. All that nasty stuff that you just cleaned up out of your carpet or area, you then cycle or circulate clean water and solution through the hose to clear all of that out. So they both come with that hydro rinse tool that, again, just clips to the hose. So when you're storing it, it will just stay on the hose like that until you need to use it. And power cord. So they both have a quick release so that you can get the power cord off really easily. On both of these, you can do both of these, turn them, get the power cord off on really easily. Now the original Bissell Little Green machine, this power cord is 15 feet. The Little Mini is 12 feet. Speaking of power, the Bissell Little Green machine, it's a 120 volt machine, 60 hertz, and 2.7 amps. That is 330 watts. Now, I think the newer models are 3 amps, but this one right here is 2.75 amps. The Bissell Little Green Mini, it's also 120 volts, 60 hertz. It comes in at 2.5 amps, which gives you 300 watts with the Bissell Little Green Mini. As far as weight, the original Little Green machine is about 10 pounds. It's like 9.65 pounds, and the Mini comes in at 7 pounds. Now let's go ahead and put them to the test. I've just got a little bit of chocolate sauce here on the carpet. Both of them have the power button right here on the top, so I'm going to turn them on. I'm going to spray them down with water and cleaning solution. I've got them both filled up using the same cleaning solution. They work exactly the same. I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to spray the cleaning solution onto the carpet here. I'm going to then use the bristles to scrub that spot, and then I will extract that liquid and stain along with it. And I'm just going to continue that process as needed until the carpet is clean. I'm just going to spray, scrub, extract, and just continue that as needed until the carpet comes clean. Well, that did a really good job. I think they both performed about the same. I'm seeing it clean on both sides. I did 2 passes there, so spray, scrub, extract. I did that 2 times. Here we can kind of take off the tanks here and see kind of what we've got collected here. So probably a similar amount of liquid. Of course, one's dispersed a little bit further, or more, because there's more surface area on that one, but they're both picking up a good amount here. So now when we're done here, again, we would just take off the hose handles here. So you would just take off the head attachment here, set those aside. Then you would put on your hydro rinse tools. Again, you turn the machines back on and run cleaning solution through the hoses. Wrap the hoses up here, and then we would scrub our cleaning tools here. So this one, the head attachment, the cover comes off. This one, I just swish around in some water to clean that up. So cleanup's a little nicer, but again, I think all the new models, the hose cleaning tools come with that feature where they come off. So, and that is it. That is how these 2 machines compare. Now all that's left to do here is kind of clean up, empty out the tanks there. But overall, I think they both perform really well, and I think it just comes down to your personal preference. I think the power was not a big difference. They both had good enough suction to clean the carpet really well. So even though the Little Green Mini has a little less wattage, it still performed just as good as the higher watt machine. But again, only time would tell. You would have to test it a little bit more, and it kind of just depends on how much messes, how big the messes are, how often you're using it. I like the Little Green Mini because it's easy, it's compact, it just seems more simple to use, even though it's not. I mean, they both work exactly the same, but it's just smaller, more compact. So I think if you got a smaller space and storage is an issue, the Little Green Mini is a great choice. And then the original Little Green machine, again, I've just had it for many years, and it's held up over time, so I think it's a really good machine in that aspect, and we do use it a lot. So it really just comes down to personal preference, in my opinion. I hope that was helpful.